Hi, my name's Carrie, and welcome to our second Witchy Wednesday, Magical Thursday. I don't know what day I'm going to post this on. I think I said Wednesdays. So I'm going to try to stick with that. So my whole purpose of doing this is just to show you a glimpse of some of the things I do in my practice that aren't just all tarot related, although tarot and oracle play a huge role in the magical side of my practice. If you missed it, I had already done an abundance bowl video and showed you about how I did that. I do want to specify one thing. When I set these intentions and I do these magical workings, whatever you want to call them, whatever you're comfortable calling them, I do not sit here and do it and then, like with the abundance bowl, expect a suitcase of money to land on my doorstep. They're intention settings. It's a reminder to me to put that energy out there and to seize opportunities that will bring abundance to me, to help me be inspired to create things to help bring abundant opportunities to me, and so on. So I just wanted to specify that. I don't consider myself an expert in any of this, and I will absolutely never tell you how to do your practice. That is up to you to figure out, for you to work out. I'm just showing you a little bit of mine, and you incorporate as much or as little as I show you into whatever you want to do. So today the main focus is on self-love, and this is really a self-love intention, or a self-love blend that we're going to be creating in order for you to remind yourself to do some sort of self-love ritual. Now, I had originally said I was going to do a self-love charm bag, and as you can see, I had one made up, but I used some fine herbs, fine ground herbs from my kitchen. So I'm going to give you a heads up that if you do use an organza bag, they do fall through there and they get everywhere. So that is up to you. However, my intention with the organza bag was, maybe putting it with you in the shower. So when you're showering, you can smell that, get that scent from the steam, or that sort of thing, or hanging it by your bed, putting it on the nightstand next to your bed or whatever. So the smell will remind you to do some sort of self-love, take care of yourself, etc. That was my idea for the self-love charm bag. I have put my contents now into this bowl, and I'm going to be transferring them to this jar. So in the description box below, I'm going to make sure that I have a list of all the ingredients that I talked about today. Use as many or as little as you want to. Change them out with whatever you prefer to use. That is completely up to you. So my intention now with this blend is to basically use it on to anoint a candle, and then to burn the candle while I sit and I work on drawing some of those self-love intentions towards me. That's what I'm going to use it for. I wish you could smell this because it smells amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. As with everything, make sure you are cleansing anything and everything you are planning to use for today. And one of the things that I discovered rather quickly is to use what you have. Please use what you have. Go to raid your spice cupboard, raid your garden, just please use what you have. When I started doing this, I thought I needed to buy, certain ingredients and this and that, but there are a lot of things that work for the same type of energy. So just find what the correspondence is for whatever it is you're wanting to use and just use what you have. That is my biggest tip for anybody wanting to bring a little bit of magic into their practice. Don't go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so what I have here are some rose petals that you are going to need. I added some patchouli. I added lavender. I added some clove, and I added ginger, and I added some pieces of cinnamon stick. And I'll tell you what each one of those mean in just one second. And I also added some orange essential oil. If you have some dried orange peel, you could use that in place of this. If you don't have any orange oil, and I wanted to use vanilla bean, but I don't have any vanilla bean right now. So I did use one tiny drop of pure vanilla extract, although I know that is not, that has that alcohol mixed in with that. So if you have regular vanilla bean, I would use that, or you could actually leave that out. So what I did was I put all my ingredients into my bowl so I could cleanse them all together rather than cleansing individually. So the rose I put in there to represent the self-love that I want to bring towards myself. The patchouli I used to represent my sensuality. The vanilla, if you have it, can represent joy, or if you can find another substitute for that, you can add that in. The lavender that I added in, and the lavender, I have my own lavender plants that I have put 3 of them now in my flower beds around my house. And so as the lavender starts in the spring and in the summer, I harvest as much of that as I can. And I have a couple jars full of lavender now. But it is to give that sense of desirability. The clove, lavender is for peace. Clove is for the desirability. And then orange is for attractiveness, and the ginger is to represent balance. And the cinnamon is used to draw all these, all your intentions around self-love towards you. Now, for the orange oil and for the vanilla, I just put a drop each on these little paper hearts that I had cut out or punched out with my paper products, but you could just drop them directly onto the ingredients that you have. You don't have to add in the little paper hearts. I just thought they were a cute little touch. And so I'm going to put these all together in my bowl. I'm going to spend time cleansing them with whatever process you use to cleanse. Right now I'm using some Palo Santo that I've had, it's forever. I've had it forever. And then I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to charge it. In order to charge something that you're wanting to do for self-love, you are going to focus on the I ams. The I am worthy. I am worthy of love. I am love. I am attractive. I love my body. And some of these sayings for people are very hard. They're very hard to do, either because of trauma, things that have been told to you throughout your life, and so on. And I understand that. So another thing that I use the self-love mixture for is to work on healing some of those affirmation statements that are hard for you to say and do. That's the whole purpose of the self-love ritual. So if you're not feeling very worthy, maybe that is a focus that you can use when you are lighting your candle, or you are holding your charm bag or smelling it or whatever. Feel that you are worthy and you're desirable, and feel that you love your body. A lot of people have that's very hard for people to say, is that I love my body. I know I have difficulties with that, in the images of that also. So that is one of the reasons that I created this, is to work on those aspects of myself that I have a hard time acknowledging or accepting. So while you're charging it, think of those things. Think of, like I said, I love my body. I am worthy. I am desirable. I am strong. I am healing from past pains. I am full of passion. I am full of life, and so on, until you feel that you have charged this well enough. Okay, so once you have put your ingredients together, you have cleansed them, and you have charged them, now you want to use them in some sort of ritual. And that is so you can focus on those energies that you used or thought about when you were charging your self-love blend. Like I said, if you want to put it in a charm bag and just smell the charm bag, hold it, whatever, and work with it that way, that's completely fine. I'm going to work with it using a candle. If I was using a taper candle or a little charm candle, I would make sure that I used this pink one, or you could use a white one if you don't have pink. And I would put a little bit of oil on it, and then I would crush those up a little bit better, roll the candle in it, and then put it back in here. Please remember your fire safety and so on. But I am going to do a tea light. And I'm going to try to do this without lighting the tea light. And I'm just going to get the tea light melting a little bit on the top. Are we melting a little bit? So just melt your tea light candle, and then I am going to sprinkle some of my herbal blend in here. You could make an oil as long as all the ingredients, are safe for your skin. I'm real sensitive, so I don't usually do things like that. I want to get some of the little pieces. And you could push it down in. Okay, so now we have created our little tea light candle. We have some of our herbal blend in there. Tea lights are perfect because they don't burn for that long of a period of time. So you could really sit with it till it almost burns down, and work on focusing on what you charged your blend with. Okay, so let me move some things. And I will talk about those crystals I just moved in a minute. So now when I do my self-love ritual, I'm going to put my tea light in something, of course, that's fire safe. Now, I told you I have specific tarot decks and a specific oracle that I use for my magical workings. But you could use anything, any deck, any oracle that speaks to you. But you're going to want to pick out cards that represent what you are wanting to draw toward yourself in regards to self-love. I happen to have the spellcasting oracle cards. These are by Hay House, correct? Yes, this is by Hay House, by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free, I guess is, I probably butchered. I am awful with names, but that's who the oracle deck is by, and I know Hay House still has it on their site. So I pulled some oracle cards from that I thought would represent self-love for me. And I have passion and beauty. Then we have love. I have happiness, well-being, healing, and empowerment. So this is what I am going to put around my candle. And I would probably do it a little bit wider and have my candle sitting in the middle of it, but for the sake of the video, it's kind of sitting on top. If you do not have this oracle deck, that's okay. I'm sure you have multiple decks like I do that you could look through and find cards that have sayings, keywords, whatever, that embody something that you are wanting to draw towards you in regards to self-love, self-care, self-healing. If you have a tarot deck, some of the cards that you could use: Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress card for nurturing, the Sun card, happiness and joy, the Star card for your faith or connection with the divine, or however you want to see the star, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, I forgot the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Strength card, and your High Priestess. These are all cards that could be used and surrounding your candle that would represent some sort of self-care, self-love, self-empowerment. That is what you're going for. So then I would sit here and I would light my candle. And I'm just going to sit with these cards and I'm going to meditate, and I am going to focus on the cards that I have laid out. Maybe I do this multiple times, and each time I focus on just one card. Even though I still have all of these around me, I would maybe put the one I want to focus on most, like right here where the candle's sitting on, the empowerment card. Or let's say, you know, the next time I light my candle, I want to focus on healing. So I'm going to move her to that spot. And I'm going to let my tea light burn down. And of course, I'm not going to leave it alone. And as the tea light melts into the blend that you put on it, you'll start to smell those herbs and spices that you put together. And it's going to remind you of what you originally charged your ingredients with. And then, like I said, you're going to sit here and you're going to meditate, and you're going to focus on healing. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of letting go of past traumas so I can love my body again, and so on and so on. And you're going to sit here as long as you need until you feel that you have I can hear the herbs popping as they're melting into the candle, but you're going to sit here as long as you need. And I would just, like I said, I would put on relaxing music. You could have that on in the background. But your focus is when your cards, whether it tarot and oracle, is just about self. But yeah, so what I would do now with my leftover blend is I've already cleansed this vessel. So now I'm going to transfer everything to here. And on top of that, I have cleansed and charged a couple rose quartz and one clear quartz. The rose quartz are to represent love or self-love, and the clear quartz is just to keep the energy charged and active. That's what I thought of when I was creating that. So I would stick those down in there, and then I would begin to transfer all my ingredients to here, and then I would label it. So that is my little self-love ritual that I do with my little self-love blend. Like I said, as long as all the ingredients aren't harmful to the skin or you're not sensitive, you could make this into an oil where you could put it in something like this or a roller ball and use like almond oil or coconut oil or something along those lines and make it into that and put that on your wrists, however you want to do it. But I just thought I would share that little part of my practice with you. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Let me know if you have any sort of self-love ritual that you do. Or if you incorporate oracle and tarot into your magical practice. Also, one more thing before I go, I would also do a little 3-card love reading for myself, maybe to see where I am lacking self-care or lacking self-love. You could do that before you charge your ingredients. I did forget to mention that. I'm sorry about that. But you could do that before you charge your ingredients. See, like I said, where you're lacking self-love or self-care, and then you could charge your ingredients with that intention if you wanted to. So that is my tip for the second magical Thursday, witchy Wednesday, whichever day I'm putting this up on the channel. So thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And please remember to take care of yourself just as much as you care for others. So until next time, bye.